Greetings, movie lovers! Welcome back to our delightful channel. Today, we have an electrifying, high-octane escapade that will keep you at the edge of your chair. Brace yourself for a recap of the heart-pounding 2020 film Extraction. Caution! Spoilers lie ahead, so be cautious and stay alert. Amidst a chaotic firefight, the wounded soldier of fortune, Tyler Rake, portrayed by the charismatic Chris Hemsworth, seeks shelter behind a car. In that instant, a torrent of memories floods his mind. Meanwhile, in the vibrant city of Mumbai, India, a young adolescent named Ovi Mahajan Jr., brought to life by the talented Rudraksh Jaiswal, finds himself entangled in a perilous predicament. Ovi happens to be the son of India's formidable drug kingpin, presently incarcerated. While enjoying a night out with friends at a club, Ovi's companion falls victim to a group of assailants disguised as police officers. These attackers capture Ovi, carrying out the orders of Amir Asif, played by the brilliant Priyanshu Penyuli, the rival drug lord from Bangladesh. Saju Rav, skillfully portrayed by Randeep Hooda, a trusted lieutenant of Mahajan Sr., visits the imprisoned crime lord to deliver the distressing news. Mahajan reveals that the abduction of Avi serves a purpose beyond monetary gain. It is meant to humiliate him. Driven by desperation to rescue his son, Mahajan implores Saju to infiltrate Asif's heavily fortified compound. Saju insists that such an operation would require an army. However, Mahajan sternly conveys that if Ovi is not safely returned, Saju's own son will not live to see another birthday. Returning to his abode, where his wife Neza and their young son await, Saju narrates the dire situation. He informs Neza that since Mahajan's assets have been frozen by the police, he is the sole hope for securing Ovi's release. Saju discloses that he knows someone capable of providing assistance, but he cautions Neza that the price will be exorbitant. Undeterred, Neza urges him to do whatever is necessary. Meanwhile, in Kimberley, Australia, Tyler Rake partakes in a casual gathering with friends near a cliff. To their amazement, he fearlessly leaps from the precipice into the depths below. Upon his return, Tyler is confronted by Nick Khan, enchantingly played by Golshifty Farahani, who enlightens him about a complex extraction mission. Despite Nick's concerns regarding Tyler's reckless demeanor, he insists that his motivation is purely monetary. In order to join him on the mission, Nick stipulates that Tyler must remain sober. Together, Tyler and Nick embark on a voyage to Dhaka, Bangladesh, where they assemble their team and gather intelligence for the extraction operation. Tyler ventures into the city to rendezvous with the kidnappers, who blindfold him and transport him in a van. When the blindfold is removed, they demand the ransom, but Tyler adamantly refuses to comply until he receives proof of Ovi's safety. With a gun pressed against Tyler's temple, one of the captors pulls the trigger, only for Tyler to remain unperturbed, having observed the absence of a magazine in the weapon. The captors then unveil Ovi, restrained but alive in a separate room. With the aid of his sharpshooter team, Tyler dispatches the kidnappers in a ruthless manner, sparing only a child soldier whom he urges to flee. He liberates Ovi, and together they orchestrate a daring escape from the building. In another grim twist of events, Asif resorts to abhorrent acts of violence to extract information about the thief who stole his funds. He coerces his henchmen into tossing young children off the rooftop, continuing until one of them confesses. Farhad, a cunning teenage character portrayed by the talented Suraj Raikami, craftily claims responsibility after being thrown from the building. Impressed by Farhad's ingenuity, Asif decides to spare his life but demands that he sever 2 of his fingers as a reminder to others not to pilfer from him. However, just as Farhad is about to carry out the gruesome act, Asif receives news from a colonel that Ovi is no longer in captivity. In response, Asif orders a complete lockdown of the city, shutting down all transportation routes. In the company of Avi, Tyler captures a video to provide evidence of their presence before making their way to the designated extraction point where their team members await. However, disappointment befalls Nick and the rest of the team stationed at the command center when the expected funds fail to arrive upon video receipt. Tragically, a surprise attack by the Bangladeshi police ensues at the extraction point, leaving Tyler and Ovi with no option but to flee. Amidst the pursuers, Seju emerges and signals for Avi to join him, but Tyler swiftly throws a grenade, taking Ovi with him instead. Despite Avi's belief that Seju is working for his father, Tyler senses an air of suspicion. A lengthy and perilous car chase ensues between Tyler and the police, followed by a gripping foot chase where Tyler must defend himself and shield Avi from numerous armed pursuers. He engages in a fierce physical confrontation with Seju, descending multiple floors and spilling onto the streets. Tyler is struck by a car, granting Seju an opportunity to eliminate several Bengalese police officers and seize Ovi. However, Tyler retaliates by striking Seju with a truck, rescuing Ovi and triggering another pursuit by the police. They manage to narrowly escape just before the car erupts in flames, seeking refuge in a hiding spot where Tyler, severely injured, guides Ovi on how to assist in tending to his wounds. Nick reaches out to Tyler, revealing Seju's past as a former Special Forces operative. She discloses that they have been deceived, as their intention was for the team to extract Ovi without any intention of compensating them. Nick provides information about an alternative extraction point for Tyler to leave the city, urging him to abandon Avi. Reluctant to leave him behind, Tyler implores Nick to find a solution for obtaining the necessary funds. Overhearing their conversation, Avi comments on the similarities between Tyler and his father, feeling treated more as an object than a person. Meanwhile, a gravely wounded Seju tends to his injuries, even resetting his own broken nose. He contacts Neza and advises her to take their money and disappear if she doesn't hear from him within 12 hours. He also shares a final conversation with their son. As Tyler and Avi progress toward the extraction point, they face an assault from Farhad and other heavily armed child soldiers under Azif's influence. Despite a fierce struggle, Tyler manages to overcome them and leads Ovi into the sewers for a further escape. He contacts Nick for assistance, but she expresses disappointment that he hasn't abandoned Avi yet. Tyler insists that she reaches out to Gaspar, portrayed by David Harbour, an experienced mercenary residing in the area despite Nick's reservations. Tyler claims that Gaspar owes him a favor. Eventually, Gaspar arrives, picks them up, and takes them to his residence. Over drinks, Gaspar warns Tyler about the immense challenges they will face while attempting to leave the city. After Farhad endures the consequence of losing a finger due to his failure to capture Tyler, he pleads with Asif for another opportunity, expressing his humiliation and longing for redemption. At Gaspar's location, Ovi shoulders the responsibility for Tyler's near-death experience, but Tyler reassures him that the blame lies with himself. Ovi admires Tyler's bravery and inquires about his family. Tyler shares that he had a wife whom he hasn't seen in a considerable time and a son who tragically succumbed to lymphoma a few years ago. He exposes his inner turmoil, confessing that he does not consider himself brave in the slightest. In a later encounter, Gaspar delivers a grim message to Tyler, stating that Avi's escape from Bangladesh is an impossible feat, as Azif would never allow it. Gaspar proposes a mercy killing for Avi, suggesting that it would be the best way to spare him from Asif's brutality. He reveals the staggering bounty of $10 million on Avi's head and urges Tyler to simply give up the child. Overwhelmed by anger, Tyler forcefully shoves Gaspar, leading to a startling revelation that Gaspar has struck a deal with Asif, betraying Ovi for their own survival. Gaspar declares himself as the one to end Ovi's life, claiming that he is, in fact, saving Tyler. A brutal and intense physical clash ensues between the two, but just as Gaspar is poised to strike Tyler, Avi enters the scene armed with Tyler's gun. Ovi shoots Gaspar twice, inflicting fatal wounds, while Tyler consoles him amidst the emotional turmoil. In a desperate search for a solution, Tyler contacts Seju and arranges a meeting, emphasizing his determination to ensure Avi's safety. Seju discloses the threats made against his family by Mahajan. Tyler proposes a plan to divert the enemy's attention towards himself, creating an opportunity for Seju to escape with Avi. Tyler destroys a vehicle and opens fire, successfully diverting the enemy's focus. Seju and Avi manage to flee the city in a car, but face heavy traffic, forcing them to continue on foot. Confronted by the police, Seju engages in a firefight while Tyler battles enemy forces alone. Nick arrives at the extraction point with her team, armed and prepared. She eliminates an enemy helicopter with a rocket launcher, leaving Asif aghast at a distance. Seju attempts to create a path for Avi to cross the bridge, but becomes pinned down, prompting Tyler to charge in and eliminate the enemy forces. Tragically, Seju is fatally shot in the head by a sniper, leaving Avi alone. Nick successfully takes out the sniper, and Tyler takes care of most of the ground-level enemies. But he sustains severe injuries, mirroring the film's opening scene. As Avi approaches, gripping Tyler's hand, tears streaming down his face, Tyler instructs him to run towards the helicopter, while Avi desperately pleads for him to rise. Eventually, Avi dashes towards the helicopter, and when the coast is clear, Tyler musters the strength to continue towards the extraction point. However, a bullet pierces his neck, horrifying Nick and Avi. The shooter is revealed to be Farhad, who Nick fires at but manages to escape. Avi tries to reach Tyler, but Nick restrains him. In his final moments, Tyler recalls memories of his son before plunging off the bridge and into the water below. 8 months later, Avi has returned to his home in India, while Asif maintains his hold on power in Bangladesh. Asif enters a restroom, only to be met with confrontation by Nick, who shoots him in the head and continues firing multiple rounds as he lies on the ground. Avi submerges himself in a swimming pool, resurfacing and reflecting on his earlier conversation with Tyler regarding the nature of drowning. Emerging from the water, Avi notices a figure observing him from outside the pool. And that brings us to the end of our thrilling recap of the 2020 blockbuster Extraction. We hope you've enjoyed this exhilarating journey through the dangerous streets of Bangladesh alongside Tyler Rake and Avi Mahajan. From heart-stopping action sequences to emotionally charged moments, this film delivered an unforgettable cinematic experience. Don't forget to share your thoughts and favorite moments from the movie in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on exciting movie recaps like this one. Do you want to keep the entertainment going? Check out this related video to see more of this, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.